till they're clinging on like polar bears. 4-pound bowls of cereal, the crunch of silver spoons helping themselves, seeped into the mainstream. Had its ass kicked by Channel 4 News, class war lit the fuse with flaming torches, and the headlines went crazy.
Berlin's put on a thinking cap, but we're still here, banging our heads against the rent ceiling, in bed sits too cramped to swing a fat cat.
It all comes down to housing, she says. Nobody wants to be stacked up in overpriced boxes, isolated, clinging on like polar bears to shrinking ice cubes. Germany is winning. It takes balls in this game to address the demand and supply urban space. And the student population explains.
See, when we transfer our artistic lives, penchant for iced coffees and tofu pan-fried, the new territory adapts into somewhere nice, which is good for everyone if you can pay the price.
And the city cries out.
We witness prison walls of Meccano, scaffolds rising up like transformers. We will object to the stench of cultural contamination, to narcissism accessorised with blog views and likes. More student accommodation arrives like a Trojan horse. No job creatives come in hordes, leave behind a mess, trails of money and top floor palms. Rumbling guts can only hunger so much. What the fuck's a chai latte? What's with these prices?
Fundamental questions of displaced identity. And the student population replies.
These others are just jealous that we're a movement, a proactive generation doing great things to this city. They want to nip progress in the bud by protesting, freaking everything. They want to turn the clocks back, for their misery to be ours. We are divorced from manual labour and in love with ourselves, repulsed by the notion of our parents' conservative future. Thankfully, Capital has an antidote. We partially reconnect with reality at the weekends.
Venues commodify the desire to bathe in edgy culture, experienced second-hand by vultures. Stockholm Syndrome reenacts the twice-daily commute, hedonism crammed into 2 hours. Same gritty aesthetics but new cute names. Post evidence to Instagram in hope that some semblance of reality will slip back into view. But, oh no, hip kudos and ready spending attracts bourgeois business, and the emperor is stark-bollock naked. Cool was only a delusion. Now transgressive thrill is neutered by money and trudges down this path of appropriation. Notice the absence of meaning. Notice emblems ripped from their original contexts. Swig from an overpriced can of Red Stripe and wait for this place to devolve into high-ceiling hideaways to shield capital from tax. I mean, a block of luxury flats. And the media observe.
With intimate awareness of how the other half live comes an ugly truth. That middle-class privilege is in many ways premised upon exploitation. That the rising house prices and cheap mortgages from which they have benefited create a rental market shot with misery. That the money inherited from their parents goes largely untaxed, while benefits for both the unemployed and working poor are slashed. That the unpaid internships they can afford to take sustain a culture that deters the majority from comfortable white-collar jobs. That their accents and institutional knowledge deployed in the job market perpetuate norms that exclude those born outside of the cultural elite.
And the city cries out.
Gentrifiers get their 5 a day, guzzling cocktails from jam jars. Gentrifiers can do without sure start centres, food banks and the local comprehensive. Gentrifiers have the income to inoculate themselves from how their new neighbours live. Gentrifiers are immune to a system that blames people for not having a legitimate means of escape.
And the government says.
That's not true, you know, Raef. The government says a load of bollocks. The government says a load of bollocks, and half the population believe them.